I'm having a fantastic day in the shop, and one of the reasons today has been so great is because my daughter Paige quit working at Walmart and she's come to work for me, which is wonderful because I really need the help. And in her off time when I don't really have anything for her to do, she's working on a pair of boots for herself.
This is my second pair of cowboy boots that I've made. This is my boot top pattern that I'm working on. I really like the floral, like, curly designs. Those are always my favorite. This is what I have so far for boot tops. I have all the inlay and overlay cut out and skived. So the next time I'm here on Wednesday, that's what I'll be working on next, is just like putting it all together and sewing it. Skiving was a lot different this time because I used a different skiving knife, and I've always had problems with whenever I try to narrow skive, I always just make it like way too wide of a skive. But it's been because I usually skive with this type of knife, and for some reason whenever I'm skiving it's just really easy to start like skiving with the back of my knife and then make it into like a really wide skive. But this time I skived with one of my mom's square knives, and it was just a lot easier to like focus on the tip of the knife and make a really fine narrow skive. So this time it was a lot better than last time.
Because she used my knives.
Yes, because I used Lisa Sorrell's square knife.
Another reason I'm having a good day today is because my husband Dale is up front and he's entering inventory in my new inventory program. I am incredibly grateful to have him here.
And so now I am inputting all the pages of class.
So
it's just very repetitive and mind-numbing and arm-tingling.
But I'll end up with an accurate count of every single last that I had.
Well, that's only as accurate as the person inputting it.
Die kommt aus den Vereinigten Staaten. She comes from the United States. It's Lisa Sorrell, and Lisa wins. Lisa wins a gold medal for handmade shoes. No, for handmade boots. Handmade Boots, und sie gewinnt eine Goldmedaille für handgemachte Cowboystiefel und bekommt zusätzlich einen Ehrenpreis.
I like to tell people there aren't any gender lines in cowboy boots. As long as you're secure in your masculinity, you can wear whatever you want. In a book, and I designed a pair of boots after these shoes right here. This is my version of the design. It's called If We Make It Through December. The very first time I sent a pair of boots to the International Shoemaking Competition in Wiesbaden, it was these boots.
And here we are.
And now I'm in Switzerland at the Bally Museum, and I see the exact pair of shoes that I found so long ago in a book.
So Lisa, now you have to take a tour around and find new designs for your upcoming boots.
I can do that. Goodbye, shoes. It was so nice to meet you in person. I love you. Bye. I don't have crimp screws like this.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you'd notice if I put a pair in my purse.
You just have to do it exactly the same way every time.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, that's what makes it like meditation
Ja,
after a
wahrscheinlich,
while.
ja.
And that I pull in this direction and here in this direction.
But is it most important to make the holes 100% correct?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
if you start to make one hole a little bit straighter, or then the seam is not going to be straight. So then
So,
yeah.
genau.
So it's not the stitching. Of course, it's important
Ja,
that you get all the stitching exactly the same,
Yep.
but they won't look exactly the same if one of the holes are a little bit more twisted.
That's the way why we call them stitch. We stitch.
Yeah. And then there's just the most important is the stitch.
That's the most.
All of the students are stitching their bracelets. I've never held a class before where everyone had their own sewing machine.
Shibuya is like one of the main transfer places with about, 4 or 5 subway lines come together.
A lot of subway lines. It is
And
so hard.
We have never went in the same place and came out where we thought we were supposed to. We've always came out somewhere and then had to figure out where we were at.
We don't have any problems getting around on the subway, but then we can't get out of the subway
At
station
Shibuya.
on the right side of the street or anywhere near where we want to go, actually.